Hey everybody, it's low carb and keto friendly nutritionist Amy Berger here from 2anutrition.com, and I help people do keto without the crazy. And one of the ways that I try anyway to help people keep keto simple and uncomplicated and not crazy is to cook in advance. Cook a lot of food in advance so it's ready to go. Because, when you come home and you're tired after a hard day and there's nothing ready, that's when it's easy to just grab whatever, right? And when you grab whatever, especially if you live in a household where not everyone is eating the same way as you, there's lots of, I'm not going to say junk, but some stuff around that you probably are better off staying away from, but it's really easy and convenient to grab because it's in a box on the shelf and you can just grab it and eat it, or it's in a bag and you can just take it out of the cupboard and have some. That kind of eating can be just as simple if you prepare a lot of low carb and keto friendly food ahead of time. So I thought that I would just give you a quick peek at some of the stuff I've cooked in advance and is in my own fridge. This is not staged. I haven't prepared this specifically for this video. I just happen to have some stuff in the fridge that I want to show you that this is how I do it sometimes. And the fact is, if I had staged this, I'd have a lot more because I normally have a lot more protein and especially fatty protein cooked ahead of time. So right now it's actually a little bit low. So keep in mind that this is low and I'm only one person. I live alone. But let's just take a look at what I have here. Forgive me, I'm holding the phone with my hand, and so it might be a little shaky, but let's see what's here. All right. I'm really just going to show you kind of the proteins and stuff. I normally have like several hard-boiled eggs cooked and ready to go. This is just 2. Normally I'll have like 5 or 6 that are ready to go at a time. And I have a ton of eggs here because I work at a local farm, and you see these cracked. When there's cracked eggs, it's not legal to sell them, but they're perfectly safe to eat, so the staff can take them home and eat those. Now, I can't hard boil those because they would crack, but I can put them in omelets, I can put them in a quiche, I can put them in any other dish that requires eggs. They just can't, I can't hard boil them. What else do I have? Obviously, plenty of cheese on hand. I've got a nice blue cheese there. I've got a very, very lovely 5-year aged cheddar from some friends in Canada that actually sent me this. They brought it to us in person, and they're probably watching right now. Hi, Wendy and Arthur. This was a gift from my lovely, lovely friends in Ottawa. You can see it says Canadian. Well, it's a little blurry. It says Canadian Heritage Cheddar, and we're just now eating it because, anyway, I have some Gouda. But this is not cooked protein, so let's stick to the cooked protein or the protein that I bought to have on hand. This was pre-cooked, ready to go at the store, smoked and sliced pork tenderloin. They also had smoked turkey breast and brisket. Those are both gone. This was $10 for the pack, but it's a pretty good price for just pre-cooked sliced meat. It's cooked. You can just open the package and eat it as is. You can heat it up if you want, but it's really probably hard to see this label, but it's basically 0 carb, lots of protein. It's actually low in fat too because it's pork tenderloin, which is a pretty lean cut of meat. Now, this happens to be some meat that I cooked the other day. It's goat. It's ground goat meat that I got at the Durham Farmers Market a couple of days ago, and it's almost gone. You can see this container is almost empty because I already ate most of it, but let's see what else. This, Ted Naiman would be proud. Dr. Naiman loves his lean protein. I've got a big bowl of shrimp. This was on sale. This was like maybe $5.99 a pound or $6.99 a pound, which is a great price for raw shrimp. And it was raw, but it was frozen. I defrosted it. Very, very easy to peel. It was deveined, but it was not peeled. Very easy to pull the shell off when it's defrosted. And then I just threw them in a pot of water, boiled it for like 3 minutes. You don't want to overcook shrimp or it'll turn really tough. And I also I bought a huge piece of ham steak. This is, how big is this? It's over a pound. It's 1.45 pounds. And I haven't been eating ham for a while because I just feel like it's always brown sugar ham or honey baked ham. And if you look at the ingredients, it's hard to see on the video. I'll just read it. It does have dextrose. I don't see any brown sugar on there. There is sodium nitrite. I don't care. The nitrite thing to me is a non-issue. I have zero concern about it. And this is actually fully cooked. It says fully cooked right there. So you can eat it. I mean, it's basically just ham. It's got a little bit, you can see that nice white fat around it. This is conventionally raised pork, so if you have concern about eating that fat, you can cut it off if you want. I don't think it's that big a deal. This is great. I mean, it's got per 3-ounce serving, we're looking at, I'm sorry it's blurry on the camera, I'll read it, 13 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbs, and 7 grams fat. So gram-wise, it has almost double the protein to fat. So if you are looking to cut fat a little bit and eat higher protein, something like this ham steak is great. The 2 grams of carbs, I'm not really bothered by it. Even if I were to eat a huge portion of this, not really that big a deal. And when I was new to keto, or I should say low carb, it wasn't really keto back then, I ate a lot of ham and I did great, probably better than I'm doing now. I think when I knew less about all this, I did better. And so I realized, you know, I probably don't need to be afraid of ham like this. It's a great option to keep in the fridge. These go on sale sometimes, buy one, get one free. You might as well stock up. They last kind of forever in the fridge. You could freeze it if you want. And then, like I said, you can eat it cold. It's fully cooked. You can just cut off a big chunk and eat it. You can pan fry it or put it up in a skillet if you want to eat it hot. But it's a great, you know, basically fully cooked protein ready to go. And again, tons and tons of eggs. Now, I mean, these eggs just being in the carton don't help me. Normally, I do have many, many more hard-boiled ahead of time and ready to go. But I stock up on this stuff when it's on sale also. This sausage, this happens to be the spicy one. This is not pre-cooked, but, you know, this, you just take it out of the tube, brown it in a pan. It takes all of 10 minutes, and then you can keep it in a container like I have the goat. Just keep cooked protein on hand. Let's see, what else? That's about it. I do have a cucumber salad in here. All you carnivores, look away in horror. That's a homemade cucumber salad, but that's not protein. Hello, let's get back to my face again. So yeah, normally I have even more. Normally I have even more ready to go because I actually love to cook. I do enjoy cooking, but I know it's still easier to have plenty of options on hand. And I think I'm not a food scientist and I'm not, you know, a food safety expert, but really food doesn't go bad anywhere near as quickly as we think it does. So especially if it's uncooked, like those ham steaks, those will last several weeks in the fridge unopened as long as they're sealed. Once you open it, you have to eat it within a few days, but if you cook food, I think that tends to go bad a little faster too, probably because it's been opened and whatever, exposed to the air. But even then, you know, use the sniff test. If something smells good and it tastes good, if it doesn't smell or taste weird, it's probably okay. So I think it's totally fine to cook a large amount of food ahead of time. You know, even if you like to cook, why don't you give yourself the option, you know, give yourself that safety net of, you come home and you're tired, you're stressed out, and you're really hungry, and you don't want to cook, even if it's only going to take that 10 minutes, like to brown that sausage. Maybe you don't even want to wait 10 minutes. Well, guess what? All I have to do is cut a chunk off that ham steak, and I'm good to go. So that's it. I'll probably do that a little more often in the future, kind of show you what I've got going on. Oh, you know what? Well, do I have in here my cupboard? Let's see what's in here. I've got some sardines, I've got mackerel, I've got, yeah, there's more canned fish in the back that you can't see, but also a totally ready to go, pop open the can and eat protein source. So, you know, is keto hard? It's only as hard as you make it. Is it inconvenient? It's only as inconvenient as you make it. Next time I prep more protein or maybe even some vegetables and stuff and I have a big stockpile on hand, I'll show you. But I hope that's helpful. This doesn't have to be rocket science. In fact, you know, the reason I chose the name To It Nutrition is because I wanted the website like notrocketscience.com, and at the time it was already taken, but that's how I feel about this. This is not hard. You don't need a PhD to do it. It's just not rocket science. Buy a lot of food, cook it ahead of time, and then it's a lot more convenient to do. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.